it seems like Warner Brothers is gonna have some bigger issues to deal with than Zack Snyder, though. Michael, you remember about a week or two ago when not Warner Brothers, AT&T and HBO Max decided to just piss everybody off in the movie theater bubble? Well, you guys got your ticket for the pay-per-view event? Because it's about to get ugly, because theaters, decided to respond to HBO Max and AT&T, as it seems like some theaters are threatening to cut their ticket prices for Warner Brothers movies. So you know how you might pay $10 or $12 to see Avengers or Star Wars? How would you like to pay $3 or $5 to see The Batman or The Suicide Squad? And in the words of the great Ken Watanabe and Godzilla, let them fight. This is going to get ugly real fast, and I want to see how bad it's going to get, because HBO Max, you done goofed, but this is going to be really, really fun for all of us involved, unless you destroy the movie theaters, in which case you make me very sad, but I would just love it if you're at the movie theaters and someone's just like, one ticket for Avengers, please. Okay, that'll be $12. One ticket for Justice League 2, please. Okay, that'll be $5. That would be ridiculous. This just screams pettiness, and I love every minute of it. This is so stupid. Like, can we just make a movie about the fight between HBO Max and theaters? Because at first, it seemed like HBO Max might be killing the theater experience. After the launch of Wonder Woman, oh yeah, they're going to need the theaters back open. And after the whole Dune and Godzilla vs. Kong controversies that Warner Brothers and Legendary are going through right now, HBO Max is just like the awkward child just going, I didn't do anything, but mommy and daddy are yelling at each other. So this is a very interesting fight to see. Michael, do you see this actually happening at any point? And what do you see the fallout of this continuing to be between HBO Max and the theaters?
Well, I actually really love the move because it's the movie theaters that are being thrown under the bus this entire year. So with HBO and AT&T coming out with this, I've been, as a movie theater fan, I've been thrilled to see the response against, even in the movie theater in the industry themselves, against this move. And for the movie theaters to do this, I think it's the best play they have on the board. I mean, if this is a game of chess, they're going right for the queen. That where it's going to hurt them the most, and that's going to be the money. You say, fine, you wanna play it both ways. Well, we make most of our money off of our concessions anyway, and if we can offer people to come in and have a nice time out, and we can do it at the fraction of the cost, and people will do it, then absolutely we're going to do it, because guess what? You guys have cut our knees out from underneath us. You forced our hand. And actually, considering where the market is going, and people want to, you can call me a capitalist, but the reason why I like a free market is it gives power to the consumer, and the market will dictate what the market can bear. And if you give the power to the consumer, it's actually I think going to be a good thing. But it's surprising that it hasn't gotten this far. Because, yeah, even though certain theaters have matinee showings and cheaper prices, the fact that all movie tickets, for the most part, are born equal is ridiculous in a way. I mean, understand that there's so much more stuff that I don't understand, but if we already pay a premium for, like, IMAX, or for certain formats, but it's almost inevitable to where, you know what, we have this IP, we have this market share. Do you think if every movie theater were to raise their ticket prices $1, just $1 for every Marvel film that were to come out, that's not going to dissuade people. That's not going to dissuade people. And if for every dollar they raise for a Marvel film, for that independent film that's not going to sell a lot, they decrease the ticket price by $1 because it's just some random independent film. It's a horror movie that they made for 20 cents. The idea that like this average over time would equal out anyway, I'm just surprised it's taken this long. Do I see this happening in this particular case? No. I think this fight between the HBO Max and AT&T with the rest of the movie industry, I think this was a let's swing for the fences and see what happens. Let's go big and see if the market is ready to sustain this type of systemic and basically landslide of a shift, because that's what this would be. And clearly they are not, considering what they announced with, with what Warner Brothers announced with the fact that we're still going to make films for theaters, and then also we're going to do this for HBO Max and as well, just like Disney is. So you're seeing a hybrid. You're seeing, like you had mentioned, Nathan, that there are certain genres of storytelling that maybe belong on the smaller screen. They don't need to be a big blockbuster. So I think this is all good news. I don't know where it's headed, but as far as ticket prices, I just want to let you know, if I'm going to be guaranteed a good film, I have no problem paying more of a premium ticket price. And I'm not talking about format change. I'm not talking about 3D. I'm not talking about IMAX. I'm just talking about, I go to my local theater. It's like, oh, hey, it's a Marvel film, and it's $1 more than what I'm used to paying beyond inflation. Honestly, because I know I'm going to get a nice return on my investment, I have no problem with that. If at the same time they don't do that with films that no one's going to see, like that don't hardly earn a profit. Like, so I don't know. I would be okay with that.
On the flip side, I see movies that, not to be that guy, but I've seen movies in theaters that not a lot of people go out and see. Like I saw last year,
Sure.
Shia LaBeouf's Honey Boy. I love that movie. If those movies have a theoretical chance to do better at the box office by slightly reducing their ticket prices by $1 or $2, and maybe incentivizing more people to go see those movies, on the flip side of that, that'd be awesome. Like, have the Avengers or Justice Leagues or Star Wars, have those be a little bit more expensive, but then have those in your prime theaters, your best displays, your best sound, and then in your not quite as good theaters, that's when you show your other movies for slightly more affordable tickets. Maybe you can have that
Exactly.
encourage more people to show up. It's just an idea. This thing has just been ongoing. It's hysterical to see how petty it's got.
It is.
We haven't done our 2021 movie predictions. That'll be coming in a few weeks. I would not be surprised at all if HBO Max reverses their decision, at least to some extent, coming off the back of the Dune and the Godzilla vs. Kong backlash that they've gotten from their own partners. So, we'll see.